Welcome back to SideQuest, everybody. It's been a couple of episodes. How's everybody doing?
Oh, pretty good, pretty good. How's everybody?
Pretty good, not bad.
Interesting 3 sessions that we had.
Our first 3-parter.
Yeah.
The first multiple-parter in general.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, so I guess let's start at the beginning with episode 17. Starting with Billy.
You read the notes too.
Yeah, so just... general... I'm the one... I wrote the notes. So, general recap. You wanted to find out more about the MLF, so you heard a conversation about a shipment going out. It was about a shipment of slaves going out from a port of a merchant named Elvis Prawn. General first thoughts on that?
So it was very interesting learning this information, especially with Gil. I've never had to think about this kind of stuff and what his thoughts would be. So it was interesting that it kind of pushed him in a direction of not necessarily. It was the best intentions, but he did it in his own way of kind of like forcing himself way into these plans when they obviously didn't want him to be there.
Yeah, but I feel like it was such a big character moment for Gil, because it's like almost like the first time he's been vocal about taking a stance. Obviously, he's acted on what he's believed in before, but this was like him actually advocating with words.
Very kingly of him.
You know? Yes.
Huh?
Exactly.
Yeah, so like, I'll tell you guys this now, right? Because Serenica was like, there's going to be a lot of changes for everybody's characters, but I wasn't sure what to do with Gil, like what to give him to focus on while he was here. So I had to message him like between sessions. I was like, what can I do to give Gil a way to just develop his character? Because like up to this point, he's been pretty undeveloped, except for the fact that, you know, he's the bastard son of the High King.
My development for Gil is the small hints that people are probably now seeing with how he's treating very certain people. He doesn't really care about mistakes for the first time, obviously, as you've seen with him and Simon, but do it a second time, you know, there's possibly going to be an issue. And now, especially with children, Gil hasn't had much experience with children, but every time he's met them, it's been the same.
He's very protective of children. Like, almost this entire time, Gil has made sure that Varuna keeps an eye on REITHA. And before that, Reggie, too.
I'm just picturing Kratos with his son. That's all I'm thinking of.
Right? Like, it's very, like... I don't know. Mama bear kind of vibes.
I do see the wild man that he is, but when he speaks to children, there's a softer side. I do see it. There is a nurture. Yeah. There is a nurture to the gruff man.
Exactly.
His little Dragra. The name escapes me all of a sudden.
Varuna.
Varuna. Yes, Varuna is how I'm picturing Varuna is more of the child-like nature that is like in Gil's little psyche circle, if that makes sense.
It's like Gil's like soft side in a living thing.
His soft side is a Drake.
Yes.
You've externalized it in your pet.
And that explains a lot about him, if that's somehow his soft side.
He is not soft with anything except for animals and children. So, he got my vote when he becomes king. That's all I'm saying.
He's Steve Irwin! Oh, no. Oh my god!
He is the Bear Grylls of D&D.
It's a development of nurture and nature.
So
that's his development.
Uh-huh.
So with all this in mind, what are your guys' thoughts on the child snatcher rumors?
Bad.
I mean, it's bad. Period. There's not much else to put
Yeah.
in there. It sucks.
It's bad. Yes.
It's terrible. And
No likey.
I think the better question to ask is, do you think the child snatcher had something to do with this, or do you think it was something else
I
entirely?
think it's a mix of conspiracy with the snatcher and
I think there are multiple factions. Yeah.
there's a lot of moving pieces that our characters do not really see. We just caught a glimpse and we got lucky.
Yeah. Agreed.
I
I think like what Simon stumbled in on.
to go back on that, when you ask us about the abduction, I just have a question of who the hell's gonna say, yeah, that's all right. Who's gonna say that in this scenario right now? No one's gonna say that.
I mean, I feel like it's personal. It's mildly personal for everyone in this group, like in this party.
Yeah.
This particular thing is a close thing to everyone because REITHA just realized that she was child snatched. Simon's basically grown up on the streets, and Gil likes kids and animals, and that's about it.
that's all I'm letting you know.
And honey bread. And honey bread.
And honey bread,
Bread.
yes. And a certain very pretty druid.
Nah, he doesn't like her. She likes him.
Yeah.
Oh, unrequited tragedy.
Yeah.
He doesn't know his feelings.
Jeez.
So, moving on from that, then we went over to Simon, where you got a little bit of insight into your eye ability. No pun intended.
Yeah. I see that.
Let's not do this.
I have no idea what you mean. You can smite me at any point, John. It's fine.
I know.
We all see what you're doing. Okay, you need to stop.
So what was your first thought when it came to like the whole mirror scene? Because I know you didn't get it like right off the bat.
Yeah. My reaction was slow on that one, but also it fits with Simon because Simon don't understand magic for shit. It's like showing a dog the reflection for the first time. Like, what sorcery are you showing?
That's so perfect.
It
That's
really
such a good
is.
metaphor.
It really is. So yeah, I do find it. It's very interesting. I do like the concept you did. I will say though, like, if I was slower to the draw, that would have been a really shitty episode.
Yeah, I did have to give you a little bit more of a push when you.
That was my slowest one yet.
Well, what was your first thought when you heard about Louis, and the fact that he called his shop Gears and shit?
I mean, that's great. I love a literal sign on any storefront.
It's perfect.
There's a literal burger place that I frequent to that's called Badass Burgers and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I just love signs like that.
Yeah. Give me a direct sign, you know? I like that.
As for like Louis himself, I don't know why. I'm just picturing a really grumpy blonde that just wants me out of his shop.
Yeah, I think my initial design with him was like a more put together version of the character Gideon from Beginning After the End. That's very much the way I designed his character.
I was thinking very much like a more jaded version of Milo from Atlantis.
Oh,
a little bit of that
that's
too.
That's a good comparison.
A little bit of that too.
That's actually, yeah.
I think that might have been my first thought. Actually,
man, Milo with a gun. I didn't think I'll see the day.
Doesn't he have a gun in the end of it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he has a gun.
Yeah, but he
uses it, but he has one.
Yeah, but he also didn't shoot it for anything. He just shot it as a signal.
I have a question for Juan about a little bit about what Simon's headspace, because Simon has been freaking out over REITHA's unpredictable magic, and now he has some unpredictable magic, arcane shit going on with him.
It's in the air.
To be fair, it's not magic, it's divinity.
Whatever.
There is a
What the
difference.
fuck is
I
the
also
difference?
have. I'm a cleric. It's
What?
divinity
Are
for
you,
me
though?
too, in
Are
a
you?
way.
Yours is Fae.
Honestly, are you though?
I channel Fae energy into divinity. Is it hard to control? Does it work 100% of the time? No. I built it that way with Jon.
I can tell you this.
Wish you could see my face right now.
It's like if a kid truly, truly believed that the monster under their bed was actually God.
Okay, Neverland, you need to calm down.
Face, trust, and a little bit of pixie dust.
Oh.
But my question to Simon is, how's he doing? What's he thinking?
Man, this town sucks. This shit in the air and making me radioactive. I see a mirror in my mind now. I can see shit. I got vertigo from
Does
it
he think
every
it's
time.
hallucinations?
No, he's very aware it's magic at this point. Doesn't know what to do with that. Also, he's in the worst town to discover it.
Yes, definitely.
At this point, like it's a case of he's kind of doing a coin flip every time he does something. Like, is this can I move shit with my mind? Can I shoot fire out of my eyes? Like what else can I do? He doesn't know what he can do yet.
Oh, the Matilda approach.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's one of the main reasons I gave it the little caveat of having to look into a mirror or reflective surface of some sort. Is that you have some moniker of control over it, so it doesn't just fire off randomly like it was before.
Right.
That would have been hilarious.
Honestly, what a shit way to go in the middle of a combat scenario. You have a vision.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Look at you guys, you got special magic.
I don't want to hear that from the chosen king.
Huh?
And then Shivani had her interaction with Jane. Thoughts on her whole story?
Oh, heartbreaking.
Man, these kids are fucked.
Heartbreaking, absolutely heartbreaking. Like, she had to watch Lona die. She knew from the start, but she couldn't communicate because I was too deep. Like, I was really drinking the Kool-Aid as a kid.
Like, drinking the Kool-Aid, you were mixing it with, like, enthusiasm.
Yeah,
like, look what I'm doing, Mom. Look what I'm
You're
doing.
mixing Kool-Aid
Yeah.
with Kool-Aid.
Yeah, Invisible Mom.
And Invisible Mom. Apparently, none of the other kids were seeing her.
I love how you have the mom as the grudge. I love it.
It's so creepy.
I love it.
John, you have no idea. Like, literally, like, I got chills down my spine when you said,
I'm quite proud of that.
that freaked me out so much.
I'm gonna be real. That might have been the one time John got me like cursing mid storytelling explanation, however you want to go, because I was like saying "fuck," "holy shit," "fuck," "oh my god." What?
That was such a good reveal. That was really good.
I got the whole novella sequence out of me.
Right. But I think REITHA feels, even though I think Shivani as an adult understands where Jane is coming from. REITHA feels deeply betrayed because she feels just so behind. Like, even Aranmir got out of it before her, and he's younger than her. He was like the baby brother that she protected.
Honestly.
And
to be fair, it was forced out of his system by the nomads he was living with.
yeah, that's fair, but it doesn't help the, inadequacy that she's feeling, especially with the fact that she's fucked up so many times with her own party. She's not happy with herself right now, and she's just repressing all of that to save these kids.
I think it got pretty let out in 19.
I do want to know when's the real withdrawal system.
When's withdrawal?
Yeah.
When's the time where Gil?
I think she's gone through the worst of it already because of the mana suppression cuff, right?
That's just magic. Your body reaction is what I'm curious about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, we've had 2 flashes of it, like in earlier episodes. There was the whole thing with the vision of Lissa flickering in and out in the garden.
Mm-hmm.
That was like one of the first signs, and then the
Dreams.
whole vision she had while she was with Grayson.
Mm-hmm. About her siblings too.
Yeah. So like, there's been flashes of it here and there, but it hasn't like full on just blasted her.
Right. The mana suppression cuff has been helping, and she's too
That's been
scared
helping
to
your magic.
piss
The
everyone
shimmer
off now.
is its own thing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
I can't wait for that to kick in.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's not fucking her up right now through these next couple episodes.
Yeah, that's fair.
Anybody else have thoughts on like any of the points that were under Jane there?
Oh, right, the runes on the fucking ribs.
There's
That's so
skeleton carvings.
fucked. And that if they die,
they're gone. They're done.
They're
traditional Dungeons and
seals.
Dragons. Yeah, traditional Dungeons and Dragons. There is an afterlife. Yeah, these kids are.
Yeah, they're human seals. Their ticket to the afterlife has basically been shredded from birth.
Man.
It's fucked.
Man.
Wow.
I can't wait when we're gonna have a fight. Fake God.
But they don't know that because Billy is the only one who knows that. Correct?
Yes, Billy.
Billy is the only
Bill is the only one who knows that shit.
Is an animal for not telling us this fucking important fact.
Yep.
I hope Gil regrets his decisions for not telling us this important fact.
No, he won't regret it.
Of course not.
No, knowing Gil.
Do you guys have any thoughts on what's going to happen at the shrine?
We are...
We're going to meet someone. We're going to meet someone.
Or even better question, do you know if you're even going to be able to get to go to the shrine, considering you just completely derailed the plan of the MLF?
We
didn't do that.
They fucked up.
We followed along. They refused help. It is what it is.
But they at the end they made the noise. Simon was doing his job. He was doing a good job at it. But they had to get involved.
Man, I love the power of going into the Shadow Realm for no fucking reason.
And that happened too. We can't forget about that.
Do you guys have any thoughts on why Lady maybe sent the Chosen away?
There's a lot.
I think it's.
Yeah, what do you think?
One of the possibilities in this is that she was initially not drugged, but she was under an influence of some sort from this person that made her see things differently, and for some reason it got broken, and she realized that it's all bad.
Yeah, I mean, in REITHA's backstory, Lady is no joke. Like, she's the disciplinarian of... Yeah, she's not...
So I think it's not she had a sudden change of heart. I think it's more something she was influenced, and something broke that influence on her.
Yes, brainwashing in a nutshell.
Basically.
Yeah, like that's why REITHA was so connected with this quote-unquote mother, which is like fucking some Coraline shit, by the way. Ooh.
That's not what I thought. I'm not going to lie to you, that's not what I thought. I was thinking of a specific video game franchise. And yeesh.
Yeah. Because father was like this ideal, Lady was like the bad cop, and mother was like the good cop. But turns out there was no mother.
It's just all bad.
It was all bad. So Lady being the person to send them away, and potentially for no reason at all, just to get away, with no instructions on how to survive, is interesting. I have honestly no idea.
It's a little sadistic, I'm not gonna lie.
It is.
It is very much, here child, have a gun, go walk into the woods and fight an owl bear.
Right.
That's never happened.
No, not at all.
Twice. It's happened twice.
I mean,
in our podcast?
Billy didn't have a gun. He had a bow. I mean, it's completely different.
Gil didn't use a bow.
Oh. All right,
He
animal.
Tarzaned that thing.
Oh, good. Okay.
No, but I really think that if she helped, they would have gone caught. It makes me think of the anime, something Promise.
Man, there's so
about
many
the
shows like that.
Well, it's about the kid. It's about the kids like being grown up to be eaten by a monster race or something. I forget the actual name of it, but it's
Promise Neverland.
Promise Neverland. Thank you so much.
Of course.
So it makes me think of that situation of that if they all went out together, they would have been caught. But so Lady had to sacrifice herself in a way so that they all can live.
Huh.
I really want to know her real identity.
It's ma'am.
You took it. I was there. I was there
That's
too.
That's what they insisted on us calling them. It was father, lady, and mother.
Turns out Lady's name was Lad.
Not mother.
Well, not mother.
You just chose that one. Man, that Kool-Aid was strong.
Yeah.
Had that extra sugar.
It came from the ashes of children.
Cool.
You don't know that, do you?
I'm just gonna put extra like red flavoring on this Kool-Aid just to.
I genuinely watched so many cult documentaries when I was first coming up with Retha's like backstory and talking with John about everything.
Clearly.
So many.
There was also the fact that everyone has a manicle, which was very interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was very interesting.
Finally, some lore on how magic works in this place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I gave a little bit of a drop in like I think it was 4.
It was somewhere around there. It was very early, and it was kind of not.
Yeah.
It was not. It was briefly introduced, and that was it because we didn't really get into it.
I think it was with REITHA and Reggie and Lillian, right? They happened.
I think it was Simon talking to Ariel.
Probably. Yeah, I was asking questions about how magic.
I think yeah, because she like gave some basics regarding the Ascended.
Yeah.
See, Simon, you have magic.
Yeah.
Great, I'm radiated.
Oh, but like it's very interesting then to find out. Like I'm very interested in what the motives are of the No Battalion and the church. Like,
man,
what is if this is common knowledge? If that everyone has a mana core, is it common knowledge or?
It is.
Yeah.
It counts as an organ, right? Or is that like a more of a spiritual aspect?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Kind of like a vestigial.
It's the appendix.
Yeah, it's an X-ray appendix.
Yeah, basically.
The mana core.
It's like you can live without it. You can live with it destroyed. You just won't be able to access mana or use
Pretty much.
magic items, really.
But it's very interesting.
I do gotta say this. It's kind of I'm trying to find the word hypocritical or just stupid. How there's an entire group of people that just hate mages so much, and they just have to go to a doctor and say, "You got a core, son, and you can do magic, Harry Potter." You know, it's really stupid on how that works. But
someone really needs to rise up and really fix the country.
Yeah. Man, if only we had a chosen king.
So, following on that, of course, we had Simon got to spy a little bit on the Bishop and the Inquisitor.
Man, my.
What were your thoughts on the Inquisitor?
Well, I'm going to tell you this right now. Man, I forgot I was a rogue when we got into town. I don't know if I said this before. I legitimately forgot I was a rogue. We've been out of civilization for so long. I legitimately forgot what my whole gimmick was. And when I got in, I'm like, oh my god, this plumbing, this buildings, I can do shit.
About your urban dream.
Finally, and I'm gonna lose it. God damn it. Gonna go to ruins or the woods again. No, I gotta be real. Like I personally wanted to take them out. I really wanted to go full assassin, get them into the dark shadows, interrogate them, and just straight up get like real answers.
I admire your restraint so much.
I was biting my thumb. I was I had to think of the party.
Juan, I'm telling you, like, this scene, I feel like I got a glimpse of a future where Simon really steps up as this, like, incredible crime leader, you know, where he knows which steps to take, when to pull back. Like, you showed, like, your Simon's instincts in those moments. And it was really good. I really want to commend you on that.
Simon was my baby in another game. Living the best Assassin's Creed dream. And let's be real, whoever played a rogue in any game, they know what they're doing. It's ingrained into your mind right after you play a rogue.
Yeah.
So looks at John.
It's true.
Yeah, you can play it once, you're hooked. But the bishop and the inquisitor, like everything was there, and I wanted to act, but damn it, I knew it was not the right time. Hearing the information on how things are working, how they're I guess working together, and I use the working together loosely. It's more like the inquisitors just manhandling the bishop and their resources. I'm assuming their resources as well, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
When everything was going on, I wanted to catch a glimmer of what's happening in the world a little bit more, but like it was just not enough time. It was not enough. I did not trust myself, nor did I believe in my DPS to kill off one of these guys and get out of here alive.
What are your thoughts when you went for a tracking device and pulled out a second spyglass?
That was funny. That was the funniest thing ever.
Yes, how do I say this? Again, Simon doesn't get magic shit too well because he's never had it, like, at all. Like the most he had was probably like a +1, and then he loses it because he has to throw the dagger or something. He's a little irritated by it, but you know, he's gonna learn. He'll learn. Right now, I think he's convinced the belt is sentient and it has mood swings.
And then, of course, your meeting with Louis then solidified what you knew about the Mark of Vormir.
Yeah. God's real, and I gotta deal with that sooner or later.
Just still stick with it. He's like, nah, he's not real. Atheist for all the way.
I think that's very much like the same kind of thing as Louis. It's not religious, but he acknowledges the divine.
Yeah,
I feel like it's the only way you can be an atheist in D&D, where it's so obvious that divinity exists.
Yeah, here's the thing, like, the only cleric he's really seen, like, shred their stuff, like, healing-wise, is technically REITHA. And you're a bomb. Mm-hmm. So at this point, I'm not convinced you're a cleric. I'm just convinced you're just an accident waiting to happen, and you just conveniently heal my wounds once in a while.
¿Por qué no los dos?
Oh no.
So we know. I guess this is actually kind of going forward because we're basically on level 18 now, or on level. Because we're basically on episode 18 now.
I heard 18. Everyone, make your characters 18 right now. We made it.
Yes, I'm so powerful. I'm a nuclear bomb now.
So when you're talking to Aranmir, obviously, heartbreaking story again. Aranmir, obviously he has some second source of magic from the goddess of creation. You have sorcerer blood in you as REITHA. If the seals are broken and Jane is alive, do you think she's still going to be able to use magic?
I fully feel like none of these questions will be answered unless we go to the shrine together.
But assuming everything goes to plan, Do you think she's going to be able to use magic?
Well, we don't want the seals to be... I mean, she isn't able to use magic now, right?
She still has the power. She's siphoning power from
Oh.
Lissa. She just hasn't been using it.
Has she been storing that power, or is this just a case of like a feed of a finite feed that is always at one?
It's an open channel. There's a faucet. She just hasn't opened it.
So then, if she hasn't opened it, is her, because the way my magic is so explosive and unpredictable, does it need different outlets? If we're going with that metaphor?
Not necessarily. It's like I said, it's like a faucet. If you don't turn on the faucet, the pressure doesn't just build up.
Fair enough.
Like, realistically, a Ranmir would have a closer version of yours, because you guys are both... You both have, like, two battling forces within you. You have the sorcerer blood that you have, and the power of Lissa. He has the power of Eurus and the power of Lissa. So realistically, if anyone, it would be him. As far as you know, Jane only has the power of Lissa.
Right. No, I mean, if Lissa is completely... Like, if the seals are broken, then that means all of us would have had to die, right?
Not
To
necessarily.
be
A certain
released?
amount.
For her to be
Probably
released?
a certain amount.
Like, it's possible
I
that's the answer,
okay.
but you're not going to get any real answers until you go to the shrine.
I mean, if that's your only
John,
source
you could
of
tell
magic,
us right
I don't
now
think...
how many. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, anything I say is just a guess, but I don't think she'll be able to use her magic if Lissa is fully in this world and released, or if she's fully stumped out. If that's her only source of magic, I don't think Lissa will be able to cast again. But she might have a mana core that's already activated by this interaction in the first place, so maybe she could access it, but, you know, it's a toss-up. If she wants to. If she's suppressed it for so long, I don't see her going back to it.
Do you have any thoughts about the future that Aranmir has seen?
Oh, me as a player fully thinks he's gonna die, and REITHA also fully thinks he's gonna die, and he's like just accepting it because he's got some weird messiah guilt from what happened with his nomadic tribe that he was
Call that
living
survivor's
with.
guilt.
Yeah, it's survivor's guilt. Well, no, it was a messiah complex because they thought he was their messiah. Like, they thought he was gonna lead them to safety, and then
It's
they
not
were
really a Messiah
slaughtered.
complex, because he doesn't think it. He just...
Yeah, so it's just the guilt. I feel like there would be, like, that added guilt of, like, oh, you were supposed to lead us to safety, and you were the only survivor. So it's not just plain survivor's guilt. It's also just, like, that responsibility that was unwillingly placed on him.
How do you think he survived?
I think it was his magic. I mean, had to be. This creation god must have reached out to him to a certain degree. Maybe he did die.
Man, we're getting.
Maybe
All
he
right,
died.
all right, come back. Wait a minute.
Alright, so
You're going-
moving
I-
forward.
Am I too down the rabbit hole?
I'm starting to see the red string she's making. Let's just get her back out before she
She's
gets
already
there.
started unspooling.
So moving forward, yeah, what do you think of the gadgets from Louis?
I fucking love it. I want more. I want more.
Do you remember that feeling from childhood when you watched Spy Kids for the first time and all that
Yeah,
cool
McDonald's
shit in that
Yeah.
safe house? It was like that. It was like that.
I
but
was
D&D.
very happy. I'm not gonna lie, I really wish they made more gadgets in this game for the techie people that want, like, I want a grappling hook. That is like the one from Batman. Or, let me have a gravity belt, please. I know I'm in the wrong game for this, but please give me the option.
I mean, hey, you
Oh.
have magic now. Maybe you can take.
No, I will.
chance.
No, no. So, yeah, okay. Simon's going to learn how to split an atom.
And then, of course, there was the mentioned Lord Galenor. General thoughts?
Isn't it? No, I will not say my thoughts on this one. But Billy can share on this one.
Why? I got.
Okay. I want Billy to speak. Speak up.
I mean, you're the one who had the closest connection to Reggie and Lillian, so.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's. He's not gonna live. That's all.
Oh.
Uh,
I see. Gil is just doing take the shot. Bud.
That's my reaction for it. Gil is. He hasn't had the chance to show. He's been upset and miffed, but depending on what next episode is, how we're going about it, this might be angry.
Mother, I crave violence.
Because he's really not had a chance when I found out. I never gave Gil a chance because he was thinking about the mission more than anything. He was thinking about this, how we're going to do this. He hasn't had a chance to really catalog things. He has his list.
I just realized Gil is 2 steps away from just being Anakin Skywalker in the Younglings.
Oh, never the Younglings.
I'm just saying.
Really? I think it's more like Punisher.
Well, that's the idea. It's that power walk stance, but instead of a sword, it's just gonna be a machine gun. It's good.
Yeah, straight up.
It's just It's just the Scarface say hello to my little friend, and it's just the little.
It's like
the little Drake showing out lightning out of it's
It's like someone who just lived in the beauty of nature, where every resource was kind of equally distributed for all living things because it was just an ecosystem, to someone just coming up against institutionalized cruelty for the first time.
Okay.
Yeah, this is going to be water on the duck's back, so.
Then, of course, we got another look at the eyes of the beholder. You now know that you need to have seen the face of the person you want to look through. What do you think blocked the vision of the lieutenant of the Null Battalion?
Okay, so there's several ideas. Out of game and in game. In games, the armor or some type of magic that is blocking that type of magic because it makes sense. Magic stops magic. Magic must defeat magic, as they say. And he doesn't fully know for sure. Me and my years of playing this game, it has a laundry list of reasons. It could be divination, like divine intervention, divination, a literal headband made of lead. Magic is an option, or it's just a case of they just save on the DC.
Well, we know he failed.
Yeah. But these type of guys could have legendary resistances, and I don't know that. So, mechanically, many reasons. In game, Simon's limited interaction with magic on his person is armor's weird. Must have been magic to stop the magic because it makes sense that way. We are fucked.
Again, I have to reiterate. There is a difference, at least in my world, between divine and magic. Divinity and magic.
I know that. Simon don't know shit. He is catching up.
Thoughts on how the Arcane Brotherhood, Lord Galenor, and the Null Battalion, and the Church are all in bed with each other?
I really hate that. I'm not gonna lie to you. That is the weirdest, League of Villains episode I have ever seen. That is extra steps just to grab people, just to make this trap happen.
Yeah, I mean, there has to be a larger motive than just to get this one semi-militarized union
Personally,
down.
I truly believe they mentioned they were looking for some people. I don't know who they are. They haven't mentioned he, she, they, nothing. They just gave a group.
Didn't they say chosen?
No, they said
at one
persons
point?
of interest. That's it.
Yeah.
Persons of
They
interest.
gave us nothing to work with. It could be us. It could be them. It could be literally a MacGuffin we're not aware of. Could be your family. Yeah, could be your family.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my siblings who are being sheltered by the MLF. So maybe we go back to their hideout and they're gone.
We'll find out when we get there. I do want to say this. The fact that it's 5 organizations, did I count that right?
4.
4. Okay. Since there's 4 organizations against 1, what the hell were they expecting? Like, literally, like, I'm gonna be real. When combat happened, I was waiting for the fireballs to be thrown. What the fuck, John?
Mm. Yeah, but hard to fight an anti-magic battalion with magic.
I get that, but they were really insistent on following their plan. We're literally going on a tangent. Hold on. Reeling back to John's question. I find it very concerning. I feel like this crusade that's happening in the countryside, in this whole continent, is getting really out of hand. And Gil needs to step up and be the king already.
We need to go back to the Sons of Wolf.
That's after we find out you're not a bomb.
Yeah. Probably a good idea.
Yeah. And your family as well, because why not?
Yeah, I mean, we don't know
I
want to
fight the grudge, I'll put it that way.
So going into episode 19,
fair enough.
If I'm not mistaken, I think all but one of the cages got emptied.
Yes.
You only know of 2 sleeper agents. It's possible there were more and that they escaped with the slaves.
It could have happened.
Possibility.
I'm not going to pretend that I have the sight beyond sight with Simon.
Yeah.
He's working with human limitations. I'm happy with what happened, but at the same time, the losses the numbers do not add well. It's an even split regardless of what we were trying to do.
Yeah.
The mages did not.
Well, it was the prize.
Fights.
The prize.
We did our good deed, and we got out of there when shit got
It
bad.
did not. The scales got too even for my taste. Plenty of people saved. 1 cage not saved. Plenty of allies just senselessly slaughtered. Simon was very unhappy with the results. These people that really pushed for their idea to go through, and they completely shit the bed. At least that's what Simon's thinking. Your idea worked, and then you just died. That's not how ideas work. Ideas is you execute them, and then you get away with it. Yeah, Simon's not very happy what happened there.
And last but not least,
I died.
Yeah, Lisa had her wild magic surge finally.
Oh my god!
And,
oh my god! What a time for her to literally just pop.
Fully slumped in your arms.
Holy shit!
But it got you across the field.
For like half a second, there was just like a half gill, half mammoth standing there.
It was full gill, full mammoth, full gill, and Gil's like, what the fuck?
It's like you're like halfway in your transformation and you just look at them like, help me!
And I so deeply wanted to believe that it worked. I so deeply wanted to believe.
You believed hard enough.
You know what's funny? If we used 2024 rules, you would have given me all the temporary HP of that mammoth, and I would keep it.
Oh,
that's
actually pretty good. But no, I
Yeah.
I like to she believed hard enough that she passed out, and that's funny to me. But also at the same time, man, Shivani, we gotta stop using you as a football. I've noticed in this entire run we've been doing, you have been under my arm since the start of this campaign. You got to stop.
Hey, leaves my hands free
also,
to cast.
Your hands are not your feet. Also, what the fuck, woman? Why the fuck you fighting me on trying to save your ass?
I needed to get us to Gil. I needed to get us to Gil, and got us across the field. Yeah. I did it. A dimension doored us there.
At the point where you almost refused to leave.
Well, And leave no man behind.
Last point I want to touch on. Thoughts on the Inquisitor regarding the blood red sword and his inhuman speed?
I want the sword. That's player talking. I want the sword. My Luke Gremlin was screaming at me really badly. It looks demonic as fuck. It looks cursed as hell. Still wanted it.
For me, it was like the Cardi B vine. That's suspicious. That's weird. Pretty much sums up my thoughts on the matter.
Was it eating? Oh, of course.
Gil doesn't care.
Gil was too busy dying.
Well, he was too busy taking on like 6 by himself.
John, I do have a question. Like, when it was using the sword, was it like doing anything to the atmosphere or like the blood of the victims that they were killing, or no?
It didn't seem like it, but
It didn't seem like it. Okay.
he did also only use it like twice.
I thought he did it 3 times.
Annoying
Maybe
that
3 times.
the guy leading the Null Battalion is clearly exhibiting signs of magic. Really pissed me off at the hypocrisy of it all.
The little pistol that the lieutenant had?
No, the red sword.
That's the Inquisitor.
The
He wasn't
Inquisitor.
leading- he
Like he
wasn't
was
leading the
zapping
battalion.
around.
No, it was a different guy.
Oh.
It was a different guy. And
He was part of
He
it,
had
though.
He came after them.
yeah.
Yeah, he
You're-
showed up
you're-
a full turn
Oh,
after them.
okay.
Yeah, like, John,
But he was fighting with
He
them,
was for
right?
Yeah.
He basically cut down the people that were in his way and went directly after you guys.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I do want to say this. I do like what you did, John, for that guy, just because it's full on Darth Vader walking into the room and everyone knows it's Darth Vader.
Yes, that's what it
It's
was.
very much move out of the way or get cut down, and it did happen that way. Why? Why did you give us a Darth? Why did you give us a Darth Vader, man?
Yeah,
I would have settled with Kylo. Kylo is just like.
my heartbeat was so fast in that moment.
All I can say is that everything that happened in this session is we're very much on the rise to the climax now.
Okay. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
I feel like all the it's converging on us. Like it's like catching up to us. It feels like we're just running away from what's like
I
will say, if you hadn't spied on the Bishop and the Inquisitor, we would probably be like just before the climax, not quite there. That kicked it off.
Oh, really? Okay, cool. I'm the cause of the ending already. Damn.
Hey, it was a cool moment.
I do have a question.
Sure.
With how everything is going, when are we gonna get a win, man? Like on the real, like we could turn off the recording right now. You just like let me know when we get a win. Like we've been running, man, too many times.
You're not used to it by now?
Oh fuck.
Ugh.
All right.
This was a semi-win.
And end of the campaign. Gil does not become king. Simon does not get what the thieves, and REITHA does not get rid of the magic in her. We are still the same.
No.
Things are either going to go your way in some sense or another, or you're gonna die.
Well, it's been nice knowing
There's
you
not
all, I
really
guess.
any middle ground there.
Yeah, that's fair.
The middle ground is gone.
All right. Well.
Alright, guys. Time to go training in the
Alright,
mountains.
well that's about all the time we have for today. Pretty long side quest, honestly. But yeah, we'll see you guys in the real rise to the climax in episode 20. See y'all
Yeah.
next time.
Goodbye.